Let's make sure that your pipeline is all set up so that it functions exactly the way that you expect it to. So first, we're going to go to workspace settings and then pipeline settings. Here's where you'll set your stages. So you can name your stages anything that you want, whatever makes the most sense for you. Um, and this is super flexible, so make it work for your business, even if it isn't a traditional sales pipeline. You're not in corporate anymore. It doesn't need to be traditional. So make this work for you. For me, in my, because here at Moxie, I also help plan our workshops. I use our pipeline to track our workshops. So instead of being a traditional pipeline about having a closed won and closed loss based on my ability to close a sale, I have created a pipeline that works for what I need to do for each person that is going to teach a workshop for us. So it's flexible, make it work for you. You'll want to use these stage types. Mostly, you'll probably want to use this in progress. This is going to tell Moxie how to calculate your forecast. So anything in closed lost and anything in on hold is not going to calculate in your forecast. And then your closed won will show up on a separate line as your completed and closed deals in your forecast. So you'll want to set those up and then just pay attention to your stage type over here. You can also add custom fields. So if you have a set amount of information that you want to collect that goes beyond just a name and an email address and lead information, you can add in custom fields and you can collect this information for every single client. Like if you want to know where your lead came from, you can collect that information, and you can always have just a quick checkbox there to say, here is where they heard about me. You can add a currency, a date, just a number, text, and you can also use check boxes, radio boxes, or select boxes, depending on your needs there. You can also add in default to-dos. These are super helpful. Every time you get an inquiry, if there is something that you want to do with that inquiry, you set a default to-do that will add to each new opportunity, and you can add a rolling due date here. So for me, if I have a new opportunity, I want to research them within the next couple of days, and I want to comment on one of their social posts in the next 5 days. So when I have a new opportunity added, these to-dos get added to both my opportunity here in my pipeline. You can see that here. Here are, let's find one of those that has my default to-dos in it. You can see my default to-dos in both in this stage, and they will also show up here in my focus tab. See, here's this research attached to my new opportunity that I didn't give a name to. Let's put new opportunity here so I can track that better. You can see here are my default to-dos from an opportunity I just created, and those are going to show up here in my work to be done in my home base. And I can check those off from here as I have completed them. That's also going to show up here in my new opportunity that I have completed those to-dos. That's the basics of getting things set up. There are a few other things you might want to set up if you're going to get automations going with your opportunities. So you'll want to use our form builder to create a form to drop new opportunities from a form being embedded on your website right into your sales pipeline. So you'll do that by creating a form, and then in settings, you'll drop that submission into one of the stages in your pipeline, whatever it is that you choose. Then you'll share this form by embedding it directly in your website or a direct link, let's say in your email newsletter. And that way your opportunities will automatically create. We also have a whole video about workflow automations. Anything that you do that happens over and over and over again, you can automate a lot of those things within Moxie. And so if you want to know more about creating workflow automations, you can click on our help center here and click on our sales pipeline. That is going to show you more about how to create workflow automations and the things that you need to set up to make those easy for yourself.